with strong burst potential with all those flashes. And defense, very proactive. Yoru, Gekko, Harbor in the pack.
So much to be seen between these two. A real litmus test of who is towards the top. Carmine Court from the start of the year, one of the teams to watch. Fnatic.
He was vulnerable
Magnum.
because of the Viper Molly and got one tap because of it.
Beautiful. That's a start you'll love to see for Carmine Court. Now, what do they do from this point forward? Still so much utility to invest and a lot to achieve, though. It's Boaster. He's got a lot on his shoulders. Martin, aware of this. Wingman's going in. Can't really... Oh, actually, no, Boaster does get to deny that. So Spike's down in their hands. A lot of players now here. Lil look towards Hero as well. Wonder if he gets that next layer of pressure on his shoulders over towards Garage, but he's got to be careful about this. Could be... Oh, the timing. They've already slipped up. Oh, wow, Tomasi, another step in the right direction. They got options now, but that spike's still an issue.
It's going to be interesting to see how they break through this, but they do have rechargeables here. That Viper wall can shut off that A-Link line, and here comes the first opening.
Yeah, KC, such good work together. Really robust in this. Boaster had the first contact, really beyond that first kill on Durka. He's done well with one, nothing more happening. KC with a great start there, Josh.
I was surprised that that fight was happening exactly when it was happening. I thought for sure we're going to see like, okay, a Viper wall is going to come up, and then maybe they wait for the Harbor wall to come as well, and then there's going to be the peak. But then Fnatic just walked into it. I'm like, wait, is this happening? And then it happened. But great opening for KC, getting that first pick off onto Durka as well. Even though the wingman goes down in the site, Spike's on the site, Fnatic can't really do anything with that. There's so many lanes, they have to worry about so many different flanks.
You're right. You could already see that kind of coming to effect with that pressure through Garage, the pinch through Connector. So KC get all those benefits, right? We're seeing those Phantoms come out. Magnum already
first pick
finding
again.
Boaster. Yeah, he's doing really well on those first picks. And here, you just want to see those rifles stay up. Obviously, for Fnatic, they'd love to cause a little bit of a problem for them. See that three-man walk as well. Hero's got to try and survive. He can't. He only had a classic and the cage to play with. There was only so much he could do. You're seeing that Harbor wall in effect as well, keeping them very secure for this. Plant in. KC looking very robust. This is going to need a lot, though. Alpha does find Shin. Again, they only have those classics. So there's no sheriffs. There's not much more here. And it's very difficult to close that gap, especially against the Phantoms and everything else they have at range. Okay. Alpha.
You were saying?
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. I'll never doubt you again, Alpha. The Wonder Kid makes his return. Oh my god, stop it! They've already done well here. They've cost him one of the 3 rifles. If Chronicle can get another, this is job done. Oh, a headshot too. Hey, that got a little dicey. It's fine. They get away with 2 standing. KC overall achieve what they need to there, but the loss of the rifle will cost them a little bit of safety and security, I guess, in this bonus.
It's going to make this bonus round buy a little bit weird and awkward for Carmine Court. They either have to fully invest here, in which case this is a very important round, they have to convert it, or they choose to not fully invest.
It's a little bit of a reminder of what Alpha was doing. Just last time we saw him on Haven. This is the first time they get the rifles in hands. See now.
Does this work? This Viper wall here is to block off the line for both the long and short defenders here, and it creates a lot of pressure. They use the Cascade as well. It's keeping 3 of Fnatic players towards A, and the group towards C is coming right now. It's all on Hero again. He's got one teammate, Durka. He does have a flash available.
This is so much.
But a cove.
And look at this, the Mosh. This is so much to handle, and pressure behind. Does well. Finds Martine and just gets dizzy down. But Hero! A moment to shine for the young gun. And his Durka and Unison support systems there. He handled that pressure like a veteran. And Andalusia flawless on the first time they get the rifles in. And you said it, they were keeping so many present from Fnatic over towards A with just that utility early on. He did exceptionally well. I don't know how he even got the second there.
I've seen Hero in this position before, just between the default box and the platform, just spamming down the line, getting value off the trips. I have to wonder, the last time we saw Hero in a position like this was against the Neon with an ISO,
yes.
and the walls didn't come, and the shields didn't come.
Yeah, it was when Safe
here,
didn't invest it behind him.
They have a cove. Or maybe they didn't purchase one. Where was it? It wasn't on the site. It didn't protect them.
Yeah, Hero's going to be happy. He's had a second chance at that sort of moment to shine. Near unfortunate, you could imagine. Now we get into the first real buy round for both sides. Magnum is going to be down on just the Sheriff. And it looks like pressure towards B. Now, looking for the full commitment. Now heading in. Wingman once again denied, but Fnatic quick to respond here. But you can see the lines being drawn. Both connectors, one towards A and that one towards C, of course, were denied initially. The Viper wall down, and Boaster getting curious, but Martin is inserted here.
He's ready to come back up.
And that's nice from Martin. You can see the investment of the ult off the back, so they know what's coming their way. So it's still going to be hard to fold towards the side. If they want to get that pressure through Garage, it's not going to be easy. And Durka just stands and delivers. Two back-to-back, 1v1 me, baby. Alpha up against Martin. That's a dirty head-to-head. Oh, Martin, so clean with it, but what are you meant to do now? It's just Martin. Position will have been noted. They know it, they've read it, they've got it. That's two for Fnatic. KC held on those first initial two for themselves.
I love the dancing that Martin did there. It was all in the footwork. It was just taking Alpha's crosshair. He couldn't land that shot.
That was lovely. Sadly, I guess, bigger picture, they didn't get the round off the back, but that was a beautiful moment. You love to see it. And I think this is one of the things I actually like about ISO, kind of taking a step away from the game for a moment, is that we get to see these mad head-to-heads, just pure aim fights between the two. But sadly for KC, because of these two-round losses now,
good job.
They're going to be suffering. They've got Sheriffs and Stingers. They've got a couple of ults, though, but whether or not they want to invest it here, a tricky predicament to be in.
Revealing area.
Little mid-walk. Narrate can be focused towards Alpha. Doesn't see Durka. Trade not going to happen. Nice little quick TP away. Doesn't let that come through. And the re-aggress from Alpha. You're right, it's already been flooded, right? But the spike was in the hands of Tomasi, so he's got to be careful to not go down here. They don't know that, but they're trying to get as close as they can. Alpha is going to hear this. Playing it calm and collected.
At the deep spawn line.
They have no idea about this flank. There's two players on it as well. Nothing to spot it, I don't believe either, so it's just going to be the guns in hand of what they've got. Shin does have a Phantom. That's really about it. Most of the util focus towards that CT play back in.
Get the smoke off short, there it comes.
And there's the ult as well. Durka just going to be clearing, spotting the players out, noting the utility. Nice shot from Tomasi, holding the flank. Ult coming out for Tomasi, he wants to try commit! What a shot! And now Durka on the side has to do damage, has to go above here. Tomasi already did so much work. Can he do this? No way! I mean, the HP was low, there was a slim chance. You can't say he didn't try, but Fnatic take another step forward.
That was a very valiant effort, and I think one of the things we didn't catch on that round was that how KC was moving two players up short right away. They had that Viper wall up, and they get to shift walk up all the way with all this pressure towards B, towards middle, and it completely catches them. Chronicle has no idea they've got up that far. This could have been really just bad for these guys. Had it been a full buy, it could have been a round win for KC.
Wonder if they can find a way to exploit that further, I don't know. But that was down to the wire. Need a little magic from Durka, and they got it. But still, we dive back in here. Fast pressure this time over towards A. Chronicle is joined by Durka, so he's got himself in the right place potentially, and Alpha's here as well. Paranoid going in towards Sewer. We're going to see now them trying to re-clear this, utilize anything they have to try and keep them at bay. Chronicle has found Tomasi, and Fnatic meeting this, greeting this aggression. They're happy to brawl over towards Long. Alpha, oh, come on, feeling confident. Showing that diligence. Magnum now, beautiful, chance made. Spike's a bit of an issue. Luckily, Shin is still alive, so he can create a bit of safety for the cross.
Toxin screen down.
Magnum's going looking for the next one. This is going to be a really big fight. It's so important for Hero to be able to stay alive here and keep his life. If he just tucks in this cubby, it's going to be a really good position. Shin should not really expect him to be in this position here, especially with that Killjoy pulling that alarm bot back.
It's on his shoulders. This one kill. Check it. Shin, he checked, he sped up, he tried to clear it, but still, now you know where Magnum is as well. Doesn't need to overdo anything here. The cross is already being watched as well. The support coming in through Garage. Magnum is going to have to pull off some heroics. Not going to happen. Fnatic, that time willing to challenge over towards Long.
Those little things that players will do to kind of give you every edge Magnum pulling away his alarm bot in that position, if Hero was pushed down long C and sees that alarm bot goes away, he might be thinking it might be back to B, might be back to A. He's going to take that alarm bot and reposition it somewhere else. They're not going to be going there, and maybe bait Hero to actually push. And it's just trying to give Shin a little bit more of a chance. It didn't work out, but doing those little things, it's a big question mark. It's up in the air, but also kind of the trajectory of both teams. This is a big testing moment for both of them. So it's very difficult to kind of pinpoint exactly where they're going to land.
No, you're right. Okay. Okay, same sort of focus towards long from Fnatic. No fight on it here, but they've got to be careful. Sheriff's coming out, and I think, forgive me if I'm wrong, I think it was Magnum who was landing some belting shots. Tomasi as well, having some of those big impact moments. So they've got to be careful. There's certainly a lot of danger. And Alpha leaning in off the back of all the utility invested, and actually cleared on Boaster. That's Martine taking a good amount of space. Pops the ult, and now there's a lot of scrutiny coming the way. Alpha's still sticking around here. Martine just shadowing Hero. What's the game plan here? A pivot through towards C? Yeah, but Hero's already caught one. Shin trying to make it through, gets caught early. Magnum does land another though. That's Durka gone. Hunter's Fury from Chronicle. Love to see him back on his agent, but it's not finding the value he wants here. Hero now called upon again. Can't connect it, it's all on Chron. A 1v4, and this is why KC are dangerous. A timeout and a probable round conversion. Chron, yeah, couldn't beat the timing on this. And KC getting robust in this post plant. They look fantastic there.
I do wonder what Aang decided to tell these guys, because here it was an eco round that they went in with it. They used only the Yoru ultimate, and that was after they got an opening. They got the pick on B. They're going into the transition into C. Chronicle still deciding whether or not he wants to attempt to go for it, see if there's maybe a little bit of a mistake, an overextension. He can punish it, go for it. Looks like he's just going for exit kills, I guess. But it's not really necessary for him. It's not worth it.
The chance has passed, hasn't it, really, here? And Tomasi's angle. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's very good. KC, okay. Brilliant pay safe card, thrifty round there for KC, and it will take away a little bit of the stress, because Fnatic was starting to build momentum, it felt like, with those 4 in a row.
They were building that momentum, and I'm curious to know, was the timeout to call this next round coming up, and it's like, hey, you guys are going to do an eco, just do like the fake A pressure, go into B, and then they kind of took it from there, and then they actually talked about what they're going to do on this round here, but then they accidentally went that, because they do have the Thrash, they do have the Killjoy lockdown, so there is potential to do another full-on strat, a heavy hit. Durka, C opping the first time this game.
Count to 3, it didn't even count to 3, just pulled the trigger and it worked. Waiting just behind that wall, and he's got his first man down. That's Tomasi gone, so the utility can be a little sparse, but KC still have site control. Can't punish the crosshair, but Durka on a good readjust.
Oh, no.
An opportunity missed. Shin, completely in no man's land. They're drifting forward. You've just heard the ult go in.
Twice.
Another chance. Lost there. Hero wants to make up for it. Does. Brilliant. Needs more. Can't get it right now. Alpha does. Fnatic starting to crumble towards the site, trying to compress the site down, and they re-clear cleanly. Durka got the first and a follow-up eventually, but the pressure was just too much for KC there.
Fnatic just completely disrespected that lockdown. They saw it get planted, and they didn't say, you know what, let's wait it out. They said, go forwards, keep going. And Durka getting that opening pick through that harbor wall, getting out without being traded right here, that is just a... You can't miss that shot. That is just so unlucky, unfortunate that he was able to get away from there. Alpha, does he have like a 100% win rate on that ISO ultimate?
Nice,
just
good job,
taking
guys.
them into that arena. Yeah. It's like a Riot dev is like, I need more arena shooter in this game right now. I need more arena shooter in Valorant, and I'm gonna make an agent that does that.
Look, I blame good old Dan the Penguin for that one, but hey, I'm a fan of it, all right? High dizzy, quick play. Durka, that's a rough miss for him there. Shin just W keying, but Chronicle's gonna make up for any sort of mistake. The safest pair of hands sometimes, this man. Gonna try and re-clear towards long. They put a couple of question marks to it, and he wants those questions answered. Martine will be spotted and forced away. The secondary couple of pings will show where he's gone to. And Alpha now, wrong side of the map.
I bet it's time like these that KC was wishing they were running the actual loud comp with the Sky to heal Tomasi back up. That combo with the shock and the ISO vulnerability took him down to 24 HP at the start of the round, and here comes Hero.
Oh, he's got to be careful. Yeah, got to be cautious though. Almost got caught there. But now he's got support. They've got garage control though. Magnum be able to slip in towards this is exceptional. He's applied pressure to the two that are coming through from CT. Already taking down a man on the other side. So Alpha trying to pick up the pace. He's got to fight. He might just get a follow-up. Oh, the timing on this is everything. Narrate's still got the angle. Don't forget about this guy. A little quiet so far, but always has the chance to shine. But Fnatic holding firm here. And credit once again, right? Let's kind of take a second to be realists about this. Hero has walked into one of the highest pressure teams, one of the highest expectations, and he is being tested here. This Seaside has been hit time and time again. He has been playing this very well. For a young player coming in, stepping into the shoes of someone like Leo, he's doing very well for himself. So credit here, leading the board in this matchup too, at 12-4. So can't be upset about that. They should be happy with their pickup. Always known for good scouting. I mean, they plucked Alpha out of nowhere. They've been finding all of these guys. It's probably Mini. I always just give Mini credit for no reason. It's always the best way to be. For now, though, it's
always
just...
nice.
Yeah, hey, look, it's Mini. You got to love the guy. For now, though, what does Casey do? It's starting to feel the brunt of this here.
One thing I have to just kind of look at and focus on is, oh wait, is this a fast opening again?
Well, I'm waiting to see if they fight on it. Durka has gone back towards site.
He's peeled off.
It's that next layer if they fully commit. No, they're looking to pivot, so they've kind of drawn that attention towards
the front
long.
B walk, yeah.
Exactly, and gone right back to this.
And B is not defended. As you're pointing out about Hero, he's defending so well, but that's because he gets 2 trips for himself. Here, nothing to defend B. The Viper ultimate to lock down that site. The Harbor Wall is going to come down in the next few seconds here.
I'm waiting to see if Durka gets to pop the ult on the other side, if he wants to try and use that to clear forward, potentially. Hero's going to be isolated on this side. There it is. Ult's going to come in.
The counter thrash.
Yeah, the counter coming out, so they can't really work off the information he's trying to relay. I'm not too sure if it did, but he's going to spot all 3 players here. What does he do? Yeah, Chronicle. Oh, the combo! Almost had him dead. The Mosh on top with the ult catch. And now Hero's already found Shin. Wait, hold on. That was huge. Where did Hero get that from? Maybe pinged down by Durka? I don't know. But Alpha's clearing house. Tomasi. Oh, bye-bye. Have fun, Tomasi. 1v1 me. The defuse is happening. You got a time limit, and Alpha finally loses one, but you ain't out in time.
Oh, no. I don't know how Fnatic's doing this on these rounds, on the retakes. It's kind of unbelievable because you would think KC's in such a strong position here with that Viper spit down, with that opening kill. It's a 4 versus 4. Thrash catches Chronicle, but there's no follow-up there. And then Hero somehow slips the gap, finds the Viper. Viper pit's gone. Like, there's so many things that could have gone in the favor of KC right there, but Fnatic is just so many, and the shield saving him there too.
Yeah.
It's just... In part, Fnatic got a little bit lucky with some of the timings.
Absolutely.
But KC could have been a little bit tighter on how they executed that, how they played together in the postman, because they split up a little bit too much. Here comes the Harbor Cove, the ultimate for that Seaside split.
I mean, Hero, again, on a platter, he has been doing well. You can't say he hasn't been, but Martin on the site hunting down his man. He wants his target found. Narrate's going to take down Durka, but Hero's still here. So is Boaster working off the back of those trips. There goes in the shield as well. Do they want to back behind it? They do. Boaster's not going to see it. They've got to know that they're in the smoke. They know everything! KC trying to cower for cover, and they get revealed, they get punished. Fnatic just herding them left and right. They seem so ready for all of this.
I don't know what KC's doing there. They're in the smoke. They're ready to go through. We see Viper with the Molly out. Can we just flash and push through together? Like, why are we just sitting here doing nothing? We have to, like, we need to understand what the value in this comp is. I think that kill on Yoru, maybe? I don't remember how it happened, but yeah, maybe losing Martine, losing those flashes, prevented that push through the smoke to extend into the site.
They're going to be gutted about this, though. 8-3. And some of these rounds have been close. We saw them earlier on. Knife's edge sort of stuff, but Fnatic just step after step. Making that scoreline look really horrific to handle. Durka, well, he knows what's going on now. What are you going to do about this one, though? Martin trying to lead the way.
Durka could TP out. He's at heaven now. He's gone.
Safe enough.
Clearing out for Hero. Found him.
But the reposition, he still gets his man. He still gets his one. Nice from Martin. But still, there's the information.
Hero got another.
I don't know how they're doing this. KC are once again locked on the site. They can't peel away towards long. They have nowhere else to lean to. They have to fight forward to an extent. They're a man down here. 3 players. You still got the paranoia with Boaster just coming in now. It's time to start working off the back. Through garage they go. Narrate for the first fight, but the spray's good for Durka. Martin wins his though. CT not looking safe until then. Hero again. This guy is fitting in with Fnatic like he's been here from the start. Beautiful work. Knows to balance it out well, playing from garage. They're coming back in on the retake, not outstaying his welcome. Josh, I'm sold on this young guy. He's doing well, but overall, some of these kills just feel Like, they're happening at really odd times. They're getting caught out here.
I don't think Fnatic has made a single misstep this whole game. I think that's where everything is stemming from. So Durka getting a first pick, being able to TP out. We're seeing Hero on multiple occasions being able to get a kill, stay alive, and then go with his teammate. But it's all these situations that Fnatic find themselves in where they're always together, they're always side by side, they're always getting those trades. They're moving so well together, and this is kind of the Fnatic that we were expecting to see earlier in the year, that we've been waiting to see. They've been slowly regaining that form that we've come to expect and know from previous years, and it seems like they're hitting that stride right now. So it's all about, can they maintain this, not only for this map, but for the series and then for the future.
Looking revitalized here. KC at the start of the year were one of the teams to watch, kind of held up there with Heretics. As we were talking about performance, they were the two teams that we were really looking at as the ones to take the place of your Na'Vis and your Fnatics.
They won the kickoff.
You're absolutely right. And now they're being held on 3. Now this is the first map. This is Haven. You know, once we get into your Lotus, you potentially Bind, things could change. But this is a glimmer of what made Fnatic great. Some of these elements lining up. However, second half now, Fnatic on the attack. KC, well, they need this pistol, to say the very least. This one feels critical to their success. Like this presence from Martin, pushing up, taking some space away.
It's a very valuable position. You can hear so much if Fnatic makes a misstep. That alarm bot's going to trigger and let them know exactly what's going on. Martin might hop up into the window off of that contact, but his teammates are ready to protect him at B.
Has he been made a raid boss? No, okay, so he is just the sheriff for himself. I was wondering if maybe someone would have dropped that over, but not to be. Still carrying on in this way though, Fnatic. Kind of took pause for thought and then started again. Martin has heard these steps. I think that was the final player, probably Boaster coming over. And there's the TP, and there's the win. Supported, systematic approach.
30 seconds left.
Plant there now as well. Tomasi looking to try and set in motion maybe a more comfortable retake, a safer retake. Alright, as well, waiting with that wingman. Martin. Could be huge work for him. Tomasi, yeah. Brilliant work from KC. Holding the line here, Boaster. Oh my god.
Oh, no way, the lineup.
As if they walked through like that. Boaster gave them a chance back in this round. He was looking over, and Martin with nowhere else to go. Middle of no man's land. That's 3 alive. That's a pistol in the second. Fnatic looking like they want to close this out quick.
That was a defender cove as well. Fnatic doesn't have a harbor. So that cove with that little sliver of a gap where Boaster's able to just slink through. Line them both up in the head. Oh, that's going to be devastating. I think losing that first player on the site as well. It's kind of one of those situations where you're wondering, why is the Killjoy still in the site? They've lost Alarm Bot, they've lost Turret. Like, your teammates are outside of the site. You have Martin on a flank. Why are you still in the site, losing a duel to a Yoru TPing in?
Questions I'm sure they'll come through towards, you know, that VOD review that they won't be happy to have, but they need to.
Yep.
If they're going to start, you know, introducing Haven into the map pool for themselves, and you're already getting tape like this, and you had tape on Fnatic playing this, there was a visual, whereas obviously KC haven't played this yet. So Fnatic walking in with only their game plan in mind and maybe some consideration, but that's about it. So, can KC cause some mayhem?
Headshot.
First answer, no. Good damage. Hello. That's not bad. What does he get as an upgrade? What's his reward? Not massive, but he was good on the Sheriff, so maybe that'll...
Oh, that's
caught.
A big
that's
pick.
big. That's a rifle. You can see Alpha wants to protect that. He's instantly on guard duty. Yeah, pops the shield, wants it, wants to fight Paranoia's great. Big support. The Dizzy goes up to try and stem the bleed, but he's still going. He's still
is he playing?
He's just going in. Purely aim labs. That's a sponsored segment right there from that man. 11-3, Fnatic just taking fights.
Can't wait for the Dust to run that in the, you know, in between the maps right now. And for the aim lab of the day,
Little shoot around,
we got Alpha. That clip.
God, look at this. And there was a chance there, right? The rifle going down, Magnum finding this position. They've done a couple of nice pieces there to get themselves in a good position, but...
And I thought that initial classic headshot that went onto Durka took him down to 47 HP. That enabled just that one classic shot. Yeah, it's absolutely just, it's disgusting. It's...
Like the amount of like crosshair breaks there with like the Dizzy going up, the shield he's going for, back and forth. It's so easy to kind of forget how good Alpha is mechanically, but then it's just like instant reminders, you know? Nuts. Okay, Casey, well, you got guns, you better use them. I don't know what to say, you're at 11-3. This feels like a bit of a blowout.
It's you and me.
It feels like a massive misplay from KC, and I'll try to break it down later about like how they've been approaching it. I think things started just slipping out of their hands, and they started to just let it continuously spiral out of control. Durka getting another kill through a smoke. That's like the 10th kill they've got through smokes this game.
Yeah, and they might want some more. Shin trying to get in on this Narrate as well, trying to break back through by CT. Finally getting some fights in their favor. Shin and Narrate on the site in a 2v2. Where is that spike? Okay, it's deep towards the site itself. Hero and Durka now.
I have retreated.
There's no way. Yeah, okay, Narrate's got him there. Durka. One. Whoa.
He could pop his ult
And
and get the spike and
he's seen Shin.
reposition.
Yep. Well, he's at least going to TP away.
Shin thought it was a
30
fake
seconds
TP or
left.
didn't hear it. One or the other.
Yeah, because he's still kind of checking sight, trying to be diligent about it, trying to be safe, and we can see where Durka is. He's off and away. He's out of there. How does he want to play this in the post plant? He's got a lot of kit still to play with as well.
Shin can't move. Yeah, Durka gets to decide wherever he
10
wants to
seconds
go.
left. Spike planted.
Plan for long and short. Instantly repositions. He could use either of these angles. Shin looks like he's going for that rotate onto the flank. This could be one of those moments where you just get timing, but Durka's just going to hard focus on the flank. Okay. Position known.
Okay, this is a good little 1v1 here, but Durka gets back towards the site. That's the scary part here. Shin.
Shin knows.
Oh, the angle! It's still going on here. It ain't over yet. And he's got for the ult. That's nastiness. What's Shin meant to do here?
I'm back.
Perfect reposition. Ooh, still on for a shot. Knows it's a fake on the first try. And the pop-in swing, just going wide on that with a Red Bull clutch. Durka doing the dance. That was a lovely little 1v1 for him and Shin, but still, it's 12 for Fnatic now, Josh. This is looking like it's almost out of control.
Yeah, and I think you're right. It's just so many things are stacking up in the favor of Fnatic. They haven't made a misplay, and they're capitalizing on everything that KC's kind of doing wrong. And KC started off the game really well. I think what ended up happening was that round where they lost a lot of players on the round 2, they do the full buy on the round 3, and then they lose in such a fashion where they don't use the Cove, and then Hero gets 3 lined up. I think from that moment, it was so hard for KC to just refine their footing in the whole situation, and it just kept spiraling out of control for them. And now we're here 12-3. You have to keep in mind, KC got the first 2 rounds of the game.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
right?
Context is making this seem a horrific showing for them. Maybe Haven not quite ready in their map pool. And maybe just affected by those early rounds. It truly could have been. We've seen that they've struggled sometimes when it comes to those international tournaments when they get tested like that. Certainly the difference between the experienced teams out there, they can recover. But for now, we see 12-3. Eyeing up the A site here. Not being subtle about it though, so I wonder if they do try and commit to this. I think KC is starting to doubt its efficacy if they continue this way.
And I'm shocked that KC continues to do this A-site setup with the Killjoy instead of having the split up information, using that pack to take a lot more map control. I thought they were going to be way more proactive than they actually have been. Just the Yoru Martin push down long C in the Cubby, and here comes Fnatic rotating back, breaking all. They're looking for the Killjoy utility. Where is it? Well, we broke the alarm bot. Turret's got to be a B. Eagle Eye. Opening pick on
30
Magnum.
seconds left.
That's a completely available
my.
follow-up on B. It's all individual. It's all perfect for Fnatic. Shield to the left, look to the right. You got Tomasi, and good damage from Tomasi. Couldn't convert into a kill. Now vulnerable and being spammed down here. Chronicle waiting. Big boy on the other side. Good.
Spike
pick
at
there.
12
Time.
seconds.
You're right, 10 seconds now. Durka goes for the fight. 10 seconds
seconds
still
left.
on the board, starting to tick down. You can see the pressure side out. Tomasi considering, do I go ahead on this? Chronicle was waiting, punishing that temptation. It's on Martin. It was a 1v3, now a 1v2. Hero and Chronicle.
Double peek.
They're going for it. There's the swing. They know he's there. He doesn't take too much damage. He's got a 1v1 now. Hero down on good HP. 30 on Martin was never going to be enough. Fnatic, a clear-cut affair.
I think they didn't read the map as well as they could have about where Hero was positioning his trips and his setups on Cypher, but the big issue was the mental block about how once things stopped going their way, it just started spiraling out of control. They need to regain control. They need to regain control now, and they need to do it fast.
See if they can. It'll be Fnatic on the attack. That then means, well, of course, KC on the defending side. Early contact made.
The Sheriff spam. So much damage. Ripped Durka apart.
Wow, look at him down to 16 HP. Heroes on 57 and a little bit of chip towards Boaster too. I'll be loving a bit of that. Obviously don't know the damage they've done, but they can maybe extrapolate later on. Certainly going to help them out. Cheeky little camera. No one following through for now. Smoke one way, not really going to be tested here. Neither is the player over towards Mount, so Martin gets to play his life. So KC probably feeling quite confident in it going to be in this A hit, but Fnatic
There.
pretty quiet about things.
Camera broken, but the trip's still up. So Shin is not worried yet. Oh, you can't let that happen.
Playing a little too ahead, getting caught out, had his utility to bank on, and now there's avenues open for them. Paint Shell's still there. That's going to go get posted towards kind of deep backside. Forced away a little further. They've got good information. Hero the one who has to get the plant. Boaster did get chipped down early, but not quite as badly as Durka. All the timing. And Boaster was really good from this position before. Remember how well he was playing into that little cubby every single time, it felt like. Here, though, plant is in. KC still with a good few players to try and get some pressure building. See if there's a flank, anything else? No, there's not. It's all coming from one direction, and that's actually looking pretty good. Trading in well enough that they've got it down to a 2v2, and the last two are the walking wounded. Durka on 16 and Alpha on 10, both very low HP. Oh, and they can't even deny this, I don't think. I don't think they can stop this at all. Nothing to do but die.
Oh, he sticks it.
Oh, bloody hell, that was a little close. Oof, in the end, Alpha does fall as well, but KC nab away that first round.
That was a big round pickup, but I mean, we have to understand that KC won 2 rounds in a row to open up on Haven. They lose a few rounds in a row, they win on an eco, and they lose out 13-3. So it's not about just getting 1 round. And it wasn't even like the cleanest either. It came down to a very close 1 versus 1, narrowly diffused the spike, but we have to keep in mind, they're giving up the first blood there as well.
Yes, you're not wrong. And now we just see that Marshall. Uh-oh, Bosa's got Tomasi already. Martin?
No.
Oh, these are mistakes. And I don't expect this from KC. They're one of the better drilled teams normally. They play quite robust Valorant, and Alex Sloppy, Hero's got himself a bloody Bulldog. Oh, man. So we've got the Guardian still with Shin and the Stinger with Narrate, but they've got 4 players to clear time against them. Util still with Durka as well. He's got the Pain Shell, he's got the Satchel, he's got the Boombot, everything. Alpha's got to be careful here. And yeah, he's just chip damaging, putting his life on the line for it. He did get a tag on the back. Plays in Hero, who gets cleared. Narrate does well to swing that. Alpha next up. Individual fight gets taken down. KC starting to build back up here. And this is becoming a problem. They might be able to course correct. They might be able to save themselves this round. The Paint Shell goes in. Does it deny? It does in the end. I don't know if it's got enough time, though. I don't think it does. The defuse should come in comfortably in the end for KC. And they survive.
That was a very good recovery from KC. I think Fnatic could have played that a little bit better with the positioning, with the Bulldog players alone. Alpha's peeking out with the Marshall to get the chip damage, but there's no, you know, in those situations, like, I'll tag you bag. Where are you? Where's the bag part of it? So Fnatic could have closed that out if they had played a little bit better. Good recovery from KC. And yeah, that opening is just so worrisome. They need to be able to figure out how to cleanly get these openings that they want and see how they can convert it. And until they get some clean rounds, I don't know if it's going to be a clean game from them.
No, I'm still a bit nervous because it was those first 2 from map 1.
Yeah.
I want to see KC look in form here, because by all rights, this should be a belting series, right? This should be a really good game. Kind of the new dogs against the old. A question of form from either. We wait and see how it really looks here. That Bucky is all Narrate's got to bring in. See, this bonus is rough.
Last game on Haven, they were on attack side when they had to do their bonus, and they fully invested and lost that round. Here, they're budgeting a little bit. They realize we're going to use this as a bonus round. If we lose it, unlucky, we have rifles for the next round. If we win it, cool. We are just starting a lead, starting a comeback. Building some confidence is the most important thing about that.
Managing expectations and building confidence. Shin. Gonna have the one. Beautiful shot. Didn't get rewarded with the kill, but he's near on taking down Alpha. Only 10 HP.
And information, but the information's on Alpha. Alpha is normally the lurker for the attackers on the C area. So Shin doesn't really understand. Hey, there's more people behind it.
30 seconds left.
Martin thought he might have caught maybe Chronicle crossing, then potentially Boaster, but no. Now the smoke in here is buying time. They're running low on time here for Fnatic. Down to 20 seconds. They've got to make this hit count, and there's bodies here. Doors open. Martin makes a horrible miss there. Durka with a punish on Shin. Still need to get that plant down. 10 now going to be on the board by the time they get towards the side. Plant going to be coming in, but there's a lot of trouble here. They're going to be investing the Hunter's Fury. It doesn't land. Hero can at least tank one of those. The plant is in, and Chronicle is punishing. And now that Bucky feels so redundant. Narrate knows it. Just down to the Sheriff here to try and get back a little bit closer. Prowler saved a little later too. Perfect, gonna check on his progression.
Okay.
Must be nice.
Might not be enough, but it's enough to keep him a little bit happy.
Yeah, one more would be really good. Make that money get into question. Got that Sheriff and Bucky to lose, so why not make a go of it? Yeah, he's got all the kit and caboodle thrown at him though. Yeah, I think he knows this one's pretty much wrapped up here. Maybe a last quick grab. And that's it. Okay, Fnatic get on the board here. First made. Gun round coming in. It was the bonus for KC. They took down 2.
It was one of those situations where that flick from Boaster onto Martin, who's missed 3 shots, clean shots on the back, easy. Magnum getting spammed down. He's using his Hunter's Fury. He's not behind cover. He gets Odin spammed through with smoke. So many players from Fnatic, only one player with almost full health. Everyone else is under half HP. These are very slim margins. Anything happening in the favor of KC might be a big swing. It's just a little bit more that they need to push.
They got the guns now to maybe do it. Shin.
Big opening. That was a combo.
Massive.
That dart came in, scanned through the smoke.
They got the reward. Narrate. Oh, Boaster. That's got a sting. Chronicle with a, I don't want to say quick trade, but a trade. Even with a crouching Odin.
Can only be so quick when you got that heavy thing on you.
I love the way you just said that Chronicle's got that heavy thing on him. That's, no, that's fine. That's fine. 3 for Fnatic alive up against the 4 of KC. Martin's got his ult. They've still got the paranoia with Shin, and Shin playing really safe here. I like that. Not allowing a free pick and even. And there's going to be the ult as well, just to clear back through. Doesn't actually spot Chronicle though, but he will be able to get the information on the site. May have noted Durka as well, not sure.
I don't know where Kron is. They understand that he's somewhere in this area. They don't know exactly where.
Oh god, the timing on this is... Hero saved him then. The ult probably would have done the job, but they doubled down on it. This is perfect timing. That's going to catch 1 and 2. Yeah, I think it got both there. They've got to know what's coming their way. And Chronicle with a slow creep comes back in. And Martin's on the site. I think he's maybe been seized. He has been. It's done. Incredible work from Fnatic there. You thought maybe KC had a grip on that, playing a couple of elements right, but it absolutely capitulated.
Boom. Hero getting that save. Durka just narrowly, like, oh man, that showstopper timing was so close. But yeah, like these picks here, you'd have to say though, this is kind of like karma a little bit, right? Boaster got that flick on Martin the previous round, so he has to go down to a player holding him mouse 1 with the Odin here, fully paranoid.
Look, he's an Odin abuser himself. It's
That's
only
true.
karma. It's only karma.
What goes around comes around.
Good lord, when the karma hits me, Josh, it's all over. Finale, they come back in here, KC, with a much weaker buy, obviously just... Ooh, easy, Tiger. Durka, this is an isolated effort. Got to be really cautious to not do this on his own or potentially give up a rifle, but no one's with him yet. The door's
This
really,
is why he's doing it.
Yeah, but... yeah. Yeah. Eco Cobra strikes again.
Sorry.
No, you're... Hey, the thing is that he may not get punished for it here, right? The thing is that Fnatic probably just clean house. There's no harm, no foul. But in a different world, someone could punish him, pick up a Vandal, and then who knows what happens. But it is Durka back on the raise, so it tends to go quite well for him.
Yep. 2 players alive for KC on their eco. Recovered their Vandal. A little bit of a hero Vandal purchase just to see if they can get something going here.
It's not going to happen, Durka farming. And again, seeing Durka with the raise does just feel like such a night and day performance to that Yoru or anything else that he kind of leans on. This still looks very, very good for him.
I think the difference
Spike
between
planted.
him playing on a duelist such as Raze is you're usually kind of in a more specific system. You're with the team a lot more. You're in a kind of a pack. You get to a certain point and you do an execute and you have abilities coming in left, right, center. You're going with the team. There's a lot of chaos going around and it creates a lot of space for you. You create a lot of space for your team. And there's this kind of synergy there.
And he thrives in that, it feels
He
like.
thrives in that. And when he's on an agent like Reyna on Icebox or Yoru on other maps, Breeze, I know that we don't get to see that anymore, but now he's on Haven.
Yeah.
It's where he's more of an individual. He has to make individual decisions. He's not with the team. He has to, when it's so clear, the path that's set out, the goal, and you're with the team and you're executing it together for the game plan, it's a lot easier for a player, a duelist like Durka to be able to execute that than to be on their own, knowing when they're supposed to activate or deactivate and what decision, how they're supposed to react to certain information going around the map. And it's a lot more difficult for certain duelists to be able to make those decisions. The mechanics of Durka are so good, and that's why he's on this duelist agent. And when we see him on Raze, it reinforces that.
It is interesting to see such a variety, isn't it? When you see from player to player, I know NA was kind of leaning in towards that Demon 1 Aspas comparison when you're talking about the two different ways, even to play just like a Jet, for example, and then how it looked from EG to NRG and all of this sort of stuff. But it's interesting, even in the minutiae, to kind of discuss Durka from when he's on that Yoru, the role he plays and his goal in mind, to this, where it seems to suit him much better. But pausing that, we'll see how it looks going forward, because it was a decent Haven for him as well, but I mean, it was hard to lose when everyone's firing as well.
Everyone was on
Everyone
point,
was working.
and KC was also dropping the ball big time.
So now we've got to see where this picks up. Does this even out a bit? Because KC are no slouches here. This is one of the maps. If you're looking at the map pool, it starts to lean better for them. First pick this time, Chronicle goes down. Now they can respond accordingly, right? You can see all the players coming over. Smoke goes in to stall out a little here. Paranoia comes in. Again, what do they want to do with this Magnum? Well, that's a little audacious. Got to be careful here. Does have the utility to bank on, so he knows they can't springboard instantly, but Fnatic don't have space here. They've been surrounded. They've lost a lot of that map control.
Cutting off the rotations is Martin, though. It's going to be very difficult for Fnatic to be able to pivot. Even if they decide to go B here, they're getting flooded in from multiple different angles, including that flank on mid.
Nightfall, that's still in narrate. That's got to have caught 3. That's big info, again, just on its own. Martin can just shoulder this if he wants to. He's keeping so much information. They're still going this way, and he can then collapse on those backlines if he feels like it.
Did they get the spot on the info? He didn't.
Oh,
the timing on the jiggle.
And Alpha's given them a chance, maybe a seed of doubt placed, and now they can pivot back, and that's what they're doing. 19 seconds, though. Tomasi still stands. Where do Fnatic go? They could walk in somewhat of the unknown, or they go and double back down towards B, but look at the space that they're going to be trying to go into. This is rough. Magnum's still here. Oh, a missed shot. That could have been round
big
done.
Scan.
There they are.
Yeah, big info.
Spike planted.
That's going to be what they need. Nice from Narrate, takes down Durka. Can't quite follow up with the trades there from Tomasi. And now just Boaster gets swept aside. KC meeting them step for step across the map. Good work from Tomasi to keep that C site safe in the end. After that fight between, I think it was Alpha and Shin going Alpha's way, that created a small chance, and then it got folded in on.
That was crazy timing. I was saying good smoke at towards the beginning of the round here. As soon as Martin gets this pick here, realizes no one else is here, instantly there's a smoke dropped at the entrance of C. They're blocking the C main entrance. They realize Fnatic is trying to come C in this situation, so that was a good trade. But then Tomasi, he's jiggling from the back of the site. Alpha slips right on the timing of the jiggle and is able to catch Shin, who's trying to use support utility. I think he was trying to re-smoke maybe the front of B main, and then that opening could have made a big difference. Losing that duel because of the landing inaccuracy on that box. Tomasi's able to clean that up. He's back.
With the op. Interesting choice. Okay.
Why? You don't respect the Killjoy off?
I mean, I respect it when it's Alpha. I don't ever doubt Alpha anymore. We've learned the hard way.
Turret destroyed.
May take down my turret, but I'm going to take its place, apparently, is the line. But a little bit of a closer lean here from KC. Willing.
Camera taken out.
Okay, clear the camera. Willing to take a more of an aggressive posture. Crushing that one way. But already you've got Durka a little ahead. He's already shifted over to that right side. The feet being spotted. And there's the punish. Durka just slipping a little bit deeper, unnoted. And now they've opened up a big chance. They can punish maybe these rotations. They still have players over towards this side on rubble. That spike is still in the hands, though.
It looks like I just highlighted the whole map, but that's basically what I'm highlighting, is the fact that KC, they're trying to defend 4 different positions right now instead of just locking down and gambling. We're talking about other teams and how they would kind of play out these late round situations. Here we see KC is kind of doing that gamble on A, realizing it's not an A hit, they're moving back to C. And now this rotation to C together with the Sova on the flank, Magnum, this is going to be a really good rotation. The lockdown is going to keep them outside of the site, and that's going to actually drop Fnatic's guard a little bit. Planting for Mountain, taking Waterfall.
Ooh. I guess then does Chronicle get to be able to hold this? Does he slip back in? How do actually hold on to it. You're right, they've prioritized Waterfall here, but again, roll your mind back. Some of the best moments from KC were these retakes. Their pressure used to be exceptional. They were so clear-cut, so concise. And now, with the Viper's Pit in the way, though, this becomes incredibly difficult. The options are looking incredibly thin. I'm wondering if they're pulling the plug on this.
I think they're pulling the plug. This Viper's Pit was a nail in the coffin. Hero.
Gets outdone there. Narrate clears him, and that's safety now to keep these rifles in hand. This was getting dangerous. Fnatic starting to find a little bit more form as this goes on, finding openings. And maybe you're right, they need to kind of almost double commit, double down on holding some of these lanes here and leaving some vulnerabilities. Some of the highlights when we were talking about KC was those retakes back in the day. That was one of the highest points of their play, especially on a map like this.
KC should be happy, though, with the end result there, the consolation prize. They were able to keep 4 rifles alive into this next round. Had they gone for it and lost all the players, they wouldn't have this. And had they all tried to split up and hold their sights one by one, that could have also been disastrous. So I'm happy that in the end, they did do the gamble on A.
Yeah.
And then we went C, they tried to do the retake. Fnatic had a really good play. They took Waterfall off the back of the lock.
Get everything back in line, prepared for what's going forward.
Very similar scoreline, almost exactly the same. KC actually lost rounds 3 through 6 and then won on round 7 on Eco. So very close. Oh, big pick off.
That's massive work from Martin. This time turning up the tempo, getting aggressive, playing a little more volatile, but calling no man's land, and they've lost Narrate.
They don't know about Shin, though. They have no idea.
Shin, that's 1, he needs more, he's got more, that's 2.
Does he know about the 30? He
has no clue about Boaster. Boaster got, I think, one of those kills earlier on, but again, it was chaotic. But they've been able to bring this back to a 2v2. Heroics from Shin to maybe save them here. But we're still above a minute. And who do we have standing? Boaster, all his kit. Both smokes, paranoia, everything you need. You got Alpha as well, just putting down the alarm bot, making sure that back line stays safe. But how do they find Magnum? How do they navigate past Tomasi? This is difficult for them now.
I think Alpha is probably one of the players that you want to have alive in those types of situations. For Fnatic, 2 versus 2, loads of time, still 40 seconds left on the clock.
Easy now, Magnum. Supposed to commit forward.
Yes, they will.
Oh, okay, a trade. And now it's Boaster in a 1v1.
30 seconds
Smoke's
left.
there. He's got a plant. Tomasi closing the gap. Still got the paranoia. Still another smoke. Still has his TPs as well. Could be difficult. Could be tricky. And he's going to back away. Decides to play by tree. Can maybe play off the paranoia if he hears a tap on the spike. But does Tomasi get proactive here? It looks like he might. So many things to consider, but he's going to take a gamble, take a risk, take a chance! And Boaster takes his life. 4 kills for him this round. Saving them after Shin almost undid them over by Rubble. He was the one to trade it back in. He was the one to take those next steps. And things feeling a little dreary now. This was a great start for KC.
That was a huge start. And Shin being able to get a couple more from up top there before he gets traded out by Boaster. Boaster eventually clutching out the round in a 1 versus 1. Again, have to wonder why Tomasi in the situation.
Hello? Yeah, I don't lose those.
All right,
Still the entertainer. Still the entertainer. Oh man. I'm worried a bit for KC here, Josh. I know these rounds are close. I mean, that was a 1v1. It was very, very much on a knife's edge. That could have gone either way, apparently, you know, unless you believe Boaster, who doesn't lose those. But there's just there's nerves for me here, and this is getting messy. Tomasi has found Chronicle, so actually punishing a little bit of the deeper line here. Although it might have been Dirk to go down, but no. Tomasi gets to walk away with his life. Yeah, down on 30 HP, but he's still standing. Maybe cycle out that rifle, potentially. Alpha looking for options. Did he hear the step? I think he did. Timing on the punish as well. That's a problem. B's now open and available. Yeah, the smoke goes in, but they have to check behind this.
Fnatic still postured towards A. It's actually pulling KC back towards B. Is Alpha's going through? What's going on? The door's open. Is it a C pivot? What's going on here? But KC, they're going to walk push through, realize B is clear. Yeah. Unless it's C, it's got to be A. And they might just take that gamble.
Clearing that question mark, right? That little bit of pressure from Alpha was enough that they have to put bodies behind it, which they did. Now they can drift back through. The timing is everything. Oh, Narrate, I thought he could have had another. He did in the end. He gets to walk away on 23, but Alpha was still waiting. And the TP's there. We're off and away towards C. Plant's going to come down. The cavalry in the form of Alpha is holding the flank. And these two clutching up so often. And roll your minds back. This feels all too familiar. But sadly for Tomasi, he's on 30 HP and he's got a bloody stinger. And he got close before, but this is asking a lot of the young man. Hearing that utility go down, he's got to know they're close. The double together, both of them waiting. This time Alpha wants the 4K. He gets the reward of it. And Casey, this is going to take, this is a bit of a gut punch, it feels like. They're not getting what they want here. They do have a buy this round, but Josh, this has got to start feeling pretty horrific.
This is getting to the point where, what I was talking about earlier, it is continuing to spiral. KC, they're not even in horrible positions, but they're uncharacteristically losing a lot of duels. They should be winning them. I have to roll it back to the round that Martine has a dead to right, Boaster in the back, whiffs. We're seeing that every single round right now, and it's not even just that they're losing these duels. They win these duels normally, right? So when they start losing these duels, they don't really know what to do after that. They're like, what? We've never been in this situation. This is the easiest kill of my life. I missed it. Now what do I do? I haven't been here before. I win this duel.
It is interesting seeing these teams trying to navigate these new issues that are being presented to them, right? Because, as I said, start of the year, KC were near on untouchable. They were one of the teams that were just, bursting on the scene. Everyone excited by, these young players, the talent, and now they are under the gun. Now they're feeling the scrutiny. Now they're feeling that pressure. Durka's already on the site. His pathing just completely negating any of Tomasi's utility. And Casey having to try and take this back. Again, last time they had to pull the plug on this sort of round. Narrate does have the Nightfall, so maybe that could work out well for them. There it is coming in, and actually Shin and Martine starting to clear through. That's not bad for Durka though. Pain Charles back in, they're going to pop the ult on Martine as well. This is all going to be topsy-turvy, but Durka is just turreting around on the site. Martine can't even find him. Durka is backing away. He's being such a nuisance to try and clear. They have to try and deal with him. Fnatic digging in deeper. This is looking done for Martine. Can you go above and beyond for your side? 8 HP and a dream here. Durka has been a nightmare on the other side, and they don't know where he's gone. 3 already, and Martine trying to creep back in. It's all about timing, and it's 1 bullet needed. Durka this time with 4. We've had Boaster do it, we've had Alpha do it. Now it's Durka's turn. And you're right, they're just not landing some of these shots. KC look a little out of sorts here.
It's one of those situations where it's so difficult to be able to get back into the game strategically, tactically, if you're not hitting your shots. Because at that point, nothing works, and if nothing's working, you're at a loss. Not just the players, but the IGL, the coach. Where's the timeout in a situation like this? Let's get back into focus. Let's create some solutions to these problems that we're seeing.
Held on 3 rounds here, KC. I can't believe what we might be seeing. I think a lot of us were expecting maybe a third map between these two, but if it keeps going this way, it's a 2-0. There's still a chance for KC to get a couple of rounds here, though. Maybe give themselves a chance into that second half. Trying to get proactive. They did catch out Alpha before.
It doesn't matter.
He's not getting caught out now, though.
Alpha has been on point for these guys every single... He's not lost a duel, I don't think.
I mean, look at this guy, and again, I love my Fnatic glazing, apparently, but...
Yeah,
I
back to winning, of course.
Yeah, but from map 1, where you see him on the ice, oh, God almighty, look at this dude! Look at that! That's a Ferrari peak. The Xantares peak.
That was a perfect shoulder.
It's just, what are you meant to do? What are you meant to do against that? Again, on map 1, he's on the ISO. Here, he's playing this lurking role. Remember that pressure he put on B before? So much going right for him. Whereas now, I mean, you're looking at what KC can get away with, and it's nothing. It's just a plow against them. And an attempt could be made. A kill could be found. They need 4 more. And there's just confidence. They just back themselves in these fights, dropping the smoke. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it across them. Fnatic look revitalized here, and we were talking about this bigger picture, weren't we? Start of the day when we came in. This is a litmus test of performance. Where are these two teams? Start of the year, you got top-end KC. Yeah, some highs and lows, some issues internationally, but still you kind of give them a bit of forgiveness there. Fnatic had a pretty shaky start to things, you know what I mean? So again, we were kind of like questioning, and they're playing with a stand-in. This is the crazy part where you're like, okay, but surely this is when it gets even worse. It compounds the problem. No, apparently they're miles apart. I'm thoroughly surprised by what we're seeing in the last couple of days from Fnatic.
Fast opening. He's going to sub-ulti behind this maybe, or?
I mean, well, Shin's going to die. That's what's actually going to happen, Josh. I think Casey would like that answer if you have any.
Yeah, I think there's 2 things going on. One, Fnatic not making a misstep. They're hitting all their shots.
Yep.
And Alpha's been a thorn on their sides. Even when they haven't been able to get the primary objective, Alpha's been in a position to call an audible, bail them out. But KC, again, Tomasi, are you going to try to hold this by yourself? Your teammates are across the map still.
You should run.
Lockdown.
Okay, Hunter's Fury should deal with that.
Gets one more shot off.
Yeah, okay. There's still about a minute on the board though, so they don't have to commit just yet. They're just kind of creeping behind this. Prowler should know that they're here. Tomasi, this is so hard to hold. You have so many against you. Can you isolate a fight? You can. You absolutely can. Heating up now. Has the support from Martin. Better work. Better damage. Tomasi, the one-man army in Alpha though, the last man alive. If it was anyone else, I'd call it Raps. Unfortunately, Martin was the difference this time. KC make it up to 4.
That's a glimmer of, you know, a shroud of what KC is capable of. We know that they're capable of it. They know they're capable of it. That's why I feel like we haven't seen many adjustments from them, because why adjust? It's just, oh no, I just missed my shot. It's not going to happen again. They keep doing the same thing. Fnatic on point the whole way through. Alpha just doing such a dirty job right now. I wonder if they're going to give him so much space on the defense around C to let him just be on his own and beefing it up like this. He's been winning every single duel, and he's single-handedly, with just the opening, won at least 4 rounds for Fnatic.
Yeah, it's impact frags, right?
Yeah.
Like, out of those 9, you got to argue the vast majority have given them almost the round off the back. It's been wild. As it stands, though, we flip sides. We hope that KC gets a bit more of a heartbeat to them here. We want to see a competitive game. Oh my god, the paranoia was so good, but that's the answer. KC a little disconnected from each other, but get the catch up on the 2. There's still life here. There's still a chance. Smoke gonna go in, doesn't really hinder them. Fnatic still in this 3v3 though. Dirk had noted, they know one was on the flank.
Spike planted.
They probably know where Boaster put that paranoia from. So there's a good chance they've got a decent read here for this post-plant setup on KC. Sit very close on the site.
Another situation where Fnatic is low, in case he hasn't been able to close out these types of rounds. But
okay, but look at this
they've been good up pistol.
This crossfire should be good. You got Narrate on one side, and when they get contact, they can swing. They can swing. What is going on? That felt so perfect, Josh. That felt like KC had the perfect post-plant little setup for that, and then somehow Fnatic still win it.
I'm actually speechless. They're going for headshots there. They don't realize Fnatic is so low. Just go for a body shot or 2 and you just get your kill. This opening from Fnatic was beautiful. The trades coming in from KC, you think, oh, they're in a position, 3-on-3, low HP on some of these players. We have A-site for free. This fight right here was everything, though. They didn't move together. They're whiffing shots. It's been the trend of the whole game. I said I was speechless, but that was a speech.
Oh, it's a pretty condemning one here. Held on 4 now. Oh, KC. Yeah, managing to stay away from the Seize Nade combo, but Fnatic then taking the space off the back. We have Sheriffs coming out. I want to see one of these players step in here, because, you know, Narrate was meant to be one of, you know, the next young guns coming up, the, you know, ones to watch. Same with a couple of the other players as well. You can't really say much wrong about the KC roster. There's a lot of talent there. And it's weird to not see them on point. It just feels like something's off, something's in the water. It could be revealing a couple of positions. Magnum could be on the chopping block. While all this happens, it is a pivot towards B. Now, Chronicle has been very sharp today. I think he was towards the top end of the board. Might have been taken over by Durka by now, but already hindering their access to this. Magnum lost, Durka down, so a little bit of a trade out. Can KC find any more? I like what they're doing, trying to paint this intention of this C hit.
Opening the door, lurk smoke towards C, and the walkout towards A. Boaster. Jump spotting from sight. He's going to get really good info off this. Don't know if he saw them there. He definitely knows now. He still has paranoia. He still has a smoke if he needs it. He just needs to live and buy time for his teammates to come here.
Wait, where are they going?
They're going back to C now. We already had Tomasi on the walk up here. As soon as they get spotted by Boaster, they're instantly getting confirmed. Hey, there's multiple of us here. We're back to C. Tomasi, he's going to take the space, but he needs to not overextend. He needs to be happy with what he has and play this down together.
So tempting, isn't it, though, to take that extra couple of steps towards CT or Waterfall. You're like, hey, guys, I got so much of this.
Stay together.
Massey, Chronicle, just reading the chance that someone slipped that smoke. Now, Fnatic using the limited amount of utility they have to clear quite close, just in case someone had tried to slip a little deeper. It is just Sheriff still, tricky, up against Bulldogs, and that Vandal on Alpha.
Paranoia still for Boaster.
There's the Paranoia going in time to try and re-clear. Fnatic gonna find two. It's on the side itself, it's on Narrate. The guy who's their hero before, but today it's just not happening. Diffuse there for Fnatic. The retake's good. 3 stay alive. And the silver linings aren't enough for KC now.
Fnatic's moving so well together in these retakes. The way that they reposition, they spotted the player in Waterfall, they're spamming through the smoke, they regroup, they go heavy through spawn. Not a single person left on their lonesome. They smoke, they use the Paranoia, they scale in with it, go for all the trades. And I have to wonder, was KC playing that not to lose instead of to win? Because in that situation, they were kind of feeling out, oh, maybe I push Waterfall, oh, maybe we go spawn, and then they decided, no, let's play passive, let's play safe. But when you play too safe, you give too much respect, and Fnatic disrespected them.
Right. And now onto their, really this is the last hurrah for KC. If they don't convert this, you're worried. You know, you're down in the doldrums. But Fnatic, they're on 10. Everything looking good, everyone hitting their shots, nice reads, nice retakes. You can't fault it. So KC, time to turn up. Already looking at both Durka's position over towards B. This will be interesting to see the value he gets. Paranoia goes in. Oh, Durka. Oh, okay, it's not as clean as you'd like, and he does get traded. Tomasi giving them a chance, but Hero then steps into the arena. Bloody hell, it's all on Tomasi. Again, this guy, how much can he be asked? He's got a 1v1. Chronicle, one side of the ring, Tomasi the other.
Good timing on this reposition. Chronicle, he's gonna realize, not before long, oh, he realizes already. Just
so smart.
So cerebral.
You can hear the Spanish cast is absolutely popping off. Gotta love him.
It's gonna be one of those tension-building moments because Chronicle's like, wait, he's not here yet. I'm gonna turn around just
30 seconds.
check
When's that timing?
One more time, I'm just gonna check B and I'm gonna turn around the wrong time.
25 seconds! He's got him! Chronicle, you said it though, so cerebral about it. Re-clearing that B side, double-checking, and then he's got that internal clock ticking. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's one of those days, you know? It's one of those days, KC fans. It happens. It happens. We don't often see this level up from Fnatic. You know, this has been a drought for them in the last couple of days. They've heated up a bit more, starting to look a bit better, starting to seem revitalized almost, with Hero coming in. Kind of a new lease of life to them. And for KC, it feels like being blown out of the water here.
This is a very one-sided game. I don't remember the last time we've seen a kind of like a blowout like this, especially if Fnatic's able to close out here in the next few rounds. It's going to be very one-sided. 2-0.
I can't believe it.
Against KC.
It just doesn't seem real, does it? But KC still with a chance. Still got a Bulldog, 2 Vandals, Guardians. Desperate for a round to go their way in the Pain Shell and the Seas. I mean, they're lucky to be alive, and they do get to live, and they take down 2 on the other side. Know what's coming their way now.
Planted.
Oh, that's better. There we go. A little bit of life in him yet. Chronicle and Alpha.
One enemy remaining.
Gonna be cleared out. KC, okay. This is better.
This is a lot better.
Where's this been?
This is what they're expecting. They're just like, why haven't we been able to do this every round? We're playing no different.
Hello. Chronicle. He's going to be hunted down here. Not many options. But for them, also, their money's pretty rough, actually, for KC. So keeping these Vandals is pretty damn important. And they found Chronicle there. And Andalusia flawless, finally for KC. Finally get in there. That's one. They gotta keep going though, Josh. This can't be just a one-off. They've gotta find success in succession. It cannot be a singular round.
When we were watching the Na'Vi game, we were kind of discussing who are the top dogs of the region right now, and you obviously have Heretics at the top.
Absolutely.
And then kind of in the next pack there, it's Fnatic, it's Foot, it's KC.
Yeah.
And Na'Vi's kind of falling out of that. KC, if they want to remain in that, they need to get more rounds clean like that. They need to remember who they are.
Now you're on the money. These guys, dangers through and through. Shin, one of the players who gifted them one of those 5 rounds near, and it felt like some of these moments on his shoulders. Need a little bit more from everyone, though. It's, you know, it's across the board sort of effort. Gonna be. Oh, look at this walk up. Oh, the timing. No idea. Magnum completely unawares. They've cleared that back line. This forces KC forward, investing the dimensional drift. Taking a glimpse through towards tree. It's clear. Do they clear? I don't know if he cleared.
I don't think
Chronicle.
they cleared him.
I don't think they know about Chron.
Oh,
Okay, it's fine. It's fine, apparently. Narrate's got his support. Why am I still worried? I shouldn't be worried. Narrate's still here. He's starting to heat up. That's 3 this round. Plant going to be coming in. Durka and Alpha, yeah, they got some ults, but look at the weaponry. Guardian and a Sheriff. You got to say Martin's good for this, and he is. This is nice. It's looking like 6. Can they keep 3 alive, though? Down to 2 here. There it is. Nice from KC. Couple of good rounds now back-to-back.
I was getting a little bit worried for Martin because he was body shotable by both the weapons, the Sheriff or the Guardian, and that opening could have made the catalyst for Durka to be, okay, I'm popping the showstopper and going in. But it was a good setup. The rest of the players were there in a position that they could get a double fight at the same time. One in the pit and one about to come up the ropes. As soon as the pit player takes the contact, up the rope at the same time, ensuring that trade. 6 to 11, gap's getting closed a little bit.
Little bit.
Fnatic, they still have that showstopper, they still have that lockdown. But Alpha on his lonesome again.
Round by round is how they have to take this, kill by kill, step by step. It's a long road back for KC considering how these rounds are going, but they've taken the perfect couple of moves forward, right?
Neither of those shocks hit any of the utility from the Killjoy. Alarm bot's still up, it's still blocking the entire entrance. 2 mollies there. And a default split from KC. They're trying to confirm that info. They're trying to find out where is this Killjoy setup. How can we do a little bit of misdirection here? Cage soften the C side up a little bit, and it's working. 3 members of Fnatic in position towards A. And the C hit's coming in. The alarm bot trigger.
There it is. They know what's coming now. You can hear it. The lockdown as well.
The bait.
Then swings. The timing is good, but Martin goes above and beyond for KC again. How much can this one man do here? He's still got to keep going, take down the lockdown and secure the site, which is what he has done. Planting the KC flag on that C site for them. Durka still a showstopper. Boaster got the Odin coming in. Still got the Paranoia. Still got a lot of kit for the Fnatic side. Smoke drops, target found, first man gone. Martin removed, who is the kind of instigator to a lot of the success. Trying to maybe time it on the haunt there. Not going to get it. Tomasi now has the angle.
Big duel.
I think they know it. Narrate, though, great damage. Spams into the smoke, and I think he got the reward off that. And I think these 2 save. I think they have to back away here. Round by round, Josh, KC. They're starting to bring this back. This is going to be 7 on the board now.
This is... Amazi knows. He's hunting him down. Smells that blood. He's locking in. Can he find Boaster, though? Boaster trying to just get out of there. He needs this Odin saved. It's going to put a lot of pressure towards A. Maybe gives away the setup a little bit, but again, round by round, KC's closing it off.
Okay, should be able to keep this. No one else able to get there. That's 3 in a row now. They've got some ults to play with too. The TP, the Hunter's Fury, and I guess
that was
a massive
really nasty entry.
Yeah, that was.
And you know, it might sound that we're being harsh or negative towards KC, but it's not really about negativity or anything.
Little Boaster, where are you, mate?
And then he dies.
He found Little Boaster.
It's more about like disappointment about we know that they could be so much better.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we want to see it. And we are seeing that in the last few rounds now. If they started with this, think about how different the game could have been.
You're right. But if they pick up now, if they can keep going, this time they remove the alarm bot. Learning from the last round just a moment ago. So that's going to be off. Chronicle and Alpha again, they've had so much thrown their way. Similar scenes this time.
Did he get the orb up on C already, on Martin? Because he's 1 off, and they do have Sova ultimate here. They grabbed it already.
What's the game plan now for KC? Similar?
They're doing opening the door right now on A site, putting a little bit of pressure. It's not doing anything, though.
Yeah, I don't think they're falling for it twice. Fnatic trying to learn on the fly. But
Oh,
still
the scan
clear.
comes in.
Martin is so good at these entries. He's doing serious work for KC. Alpha has to respect this. He can't hold this. He has to sit back a little bit deeper, tries to go back in with the Sheriff. And a couple of shots nearly landing right through. Oh, that was close enough. Hero has found Martin. You're not going to lose this one, though, boys. Surely not. KC, this is the one that you close out on. Durka wants to get in, tries to post it, only finds the pillar. And now things starting to look a little dreary. Fnatic not finding that springboard forward, taking a couple of steps for KC, holding the line. Fnatic now down to 2, now down to none. KC, they are doing this. It is arduous and it's hard fought for, but they are stringing rounds together now.
And Fnatic, they were doing so well. They were so hot. I wonder if they got to the point where in their mind, this game was already won for them, and they started shifting into the kind of position of, we're winning. I'm going to keep doing whatever I'm doing, taking a little bit more risks, taking more of a chance, because you were getting away with it before. But guess what? KC is hitting back now. You need to slow your roll. You need to change your approach. You realize that they are getting close. Now it's time, okay, let's start locked so that he can catch people on the side. It almost worked one time. Martin got a flick off on him. Beautiful entry. This last round, though, dart, flash combo. Martin's able to entry that way. I think Fnatic needs to do more gamble stacks and start taking control of the map.
But we've got Boaster and Durka here this time. That's a total switch up. We haven't seen this before, nor have we seen him get this proactive. Okay, Durka's been noted. Does he? How long does he stick around on this? He can't stay forever, no. Forced to respect it, but burns a little bit of that utility early, so the dart's going to be used for now. So a little bit of a different setup. They're going to note that. KC should know now they're not up against the same sort of look, and it's a trade out. Magnum going to get Boaster, but it's Durka to find it, and Chronicle on the other side of the map. He's removed that one man. Normally, Tomasi's had a lot of freedom, a lot of presence to push there. Now what do they do with a man disadvantage? Martin still has his ult, and a dry fight for Durka, trying to maybe catch a bit of the timing.
So
he
close.
is lucky to be alive. Hero in unison. This is not this round. This isn't the one you let slip, surely. It was after the timeout. It's worked well for Fnatic here. This looks like 12 could be happening unless Martin or Narrate, two very capable players, pull it off.
Whoa.
Martin, that's outrageous. You're counting your lucky stars to try and catch out Chronicle like that, and now it's all on Martin. Position was noted. The spike down in a really rough position for him. And for Fnatic, finally getting something going their way. A 1v4 is a lot to ask for with 30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
This round, just the things that were kind of happening. Martin chasing with a Magnum chasing with a shock dart out. Martin's Euro ultimate coming out right next to Chronicle, and Chronicle got lucky once.
Look at him. That's what you get for trying to do that to him earlier.
Pop out with a double barrel in his back.
12-8. That could be the killing blow, but this was a round, you know, a little out of sorts. It was 4 in a row for KC. And this adjustment, this little switch up seemed to work so well, and KC slowing it down. They've called a timeout now as well. They've got to pull out all the cards here, all the stops, anything they got left up their sleeve. Now is the time to bring it through.
No more mistakes. They can't get sloppy. Last round, I feel like they were getting ahead of themselves a little bit. They won 4 rounds in a row. They thought they were immortal. They got that opening pick on Boaster, but then they lose to Mod.
And the response is go A, I guess. I mean, you're going in towards Alpha. You got Chronicle there still, and Hero. Looks like all 5 in on this one.
Shin use his ultimate here. Chronicle down to 19 off the counter spam.
That's nice though. Unconfirmed damage, but it's nice.
Fnatic been winning rounds with multiple players with like 10 HP all series. Is this going to be another one of those, like pistol round?
But look at the position from Durka.
Stole that space. The camera, does
Camera
it
won't
see him?
No, it's around the corner. They don't know about Durka yet. Oh my god, this could be it. Durka, can you be the danger man? Can you be the one to do the damage? No, Magnum keeping hopes alive here for KC. First one found, and is that the green light? Do they try and punish C? Then falling to Boaster. Difficult position to be in. Still a smoke to play. Still is paranoia. But he has to respect this now. Already. Aldrone coming in. Paranoia ready. Trying to go for this little TP. It's a risky play, but it's good so far. Hero working off the back of all the information coming their way. The paranoia as well. Turns the flash now. KC have to re-clear the site. This is so difficult. Boaster could be an absolute danger. A menace in this position. Tries to get away.
Out.
It's bad. It's blow for blow. It's player for player, but look at the HP. Chronicle 19. Boaster 32. And Martin and Narrate in a much better position here, but they need that plant. They want that time on their side. And that spam, it could be disastrous. Big info. They still don't know about Boast here. They know about Kron.
Oh my god, no way.
It's all on one man, Narrate. Oh, can he be the man to stand tall here for them? Nightfall, it's gonna catch. Boaster now has to just take a guess, take a gamble, and
No
takes
way.
the kill! Boaster closes down on KC!